congratulations ahead of time on your wonderful day today. You've come a long way to get to this point. Before we process you, first, I'd like to tell you a couple things about your certificate. Do they sign with you?
They're going to sign with me.
You're going to sign your name in black ink, so make sure you pick up the black pen when you're down at this table. That certificate says not to photocopy it for unlawful purposes, but I'm going to tell you a couple reasons why you will want to photocopy that certificate. Starting today, after your ceremony, you will be a U.S. citizen. We will expect you to travel in and outside of the United States using a U.S. passport. So if you're going to leave the country, make sure you apply for a U.S. passport. That passport agency will take your original certificate from you. That's why I want you to keep a copy at home. All my 21 years of doing this, no one has had theirs lost. So don't worry. It will be weeks later, but they will return that certificate back to you. If any of you today want to petition for an alien relative, a spouse or children, here in the United States or outside the United States, you will file an I-130 for each of those people. Each of those I-130 petitions need proof that you're a U.S. citizen now. So you will photocopy that certificate for each of those petitions. Lastly, if any of you have children under the age of 18 today, they automatically become a citizen if they have not already from another spouse. Those children receive their citizenship by order of law. They don't take a test like you. They don't go to a ceremony possibly, depending on their age. Each one of those applications is an N600, and each of those applications need proof you're a citizen, so you're going to photocopy your certificate today. Other than that, you should not be giving that certificate up to anyone. It's the most important document you have, so please keep it safeguarded. Now we're going to call you up one by one. If you could all get your letters out that you received to come here today. Please make sure all of the questions are answered. You've signed it, dated it today's date. Please give me your green card and any documents that we've given you over the years. I know a lot of people like to save documents from immigration. This is the day that you leave with something better, so turn all that old stuff in, okay? It's a danger to have that stuff out there. It is highly desired. People will pay lots of money for that. You do not want your name taken and used unlawfully. So please, if you have any travel documents, employment authorizations, old green cards, because you didn't give them up when you got your new one, turn all those into me today, okay? And have a good day and party later.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Millay presiding for the special session of the United States Court.
Good morning. Everyone can be seated. Thank you. All right. Can everyone hear me okay? Yes. All right. I know in the courtroom I'm heard well. This is a bigger room, so I just want to make sure everyone can hear. All right, so welcome everyone to the Brewster High School. Thank you to Brewster High School for holding this ceremony here. It's really special to be able to conduct this ceremony in such a nice facility. My name's Anthony Millay. I'm Putnam County Court Judge, and I'll be presiding over this ceremony today. So I want to welcome you all and congratulate you all on achieving this day. And at this point, we will announce the advance of colors by the Brewster High School NJROTC.
Forward. March. Short guard. Hold. Left. Face. Reset. Colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn?
All right, thank you. Everyone can be seated. Thank you to the NJROTC for doing such a fantastic job for us this morning. So I understand this is a very important day for all of you. This is also an important day for our county to have new citizens in our community. So I want to recognize those who've joined us today from various portions of our county government. We have with us this morning the Honorable Michael C. Bartolotti, Putnam County Clerk. We have with us the Honorable Kevin McConville, Putnam County Sheriff. We have with us Mr. Joseph Charbonneau from the District Attorney's Office. And we have Mr. Art Hanley, Deputy Director of Putnam County Veteran Services. And we further have Ms. Amy Sage, Putnam County Legislator. All right, so thank you all for being here. We appreciate your attendance. So at this point, we're going to have welcoming remarks. At this point, we're going to have a prayer that's going to be led by the Honorable Kevin J. McConville.
Good morning. How appropriate that we do this in this setting, in a school where we teach our children about America. And here we are today to recognize and honor your path to become an American citizen. So I ask you to please stand. Heavenly God, we come before you with a full heart of thanksgiving and praise. Your grace and mercy has guided those on this journey, allowing those before you to earn their rightful place as citizens of the United States of America. We come before you to ask for continued guidance and protection as they embrace all that is before them. As they have proven their knowledge of and love for the United States of America, we ask that you grant them the wisdom to hold dear the ideals that drew them to this country. We ask that you strengthen their courage to cherish and share the cultures of their birth as they embrace the culture of their future. God, help us see the power, beauty, and humanity in every person we encounter. Help us to understand and accept the responsibility of your commandment to love thy neighbor and to put our trust and faith in one another. Lord, we ask these things in your holy name. Amen.
Be seated. All right, so at this point, we're going to have welcoming remarks from Mr. Carlos Rodriguez, Assistant Principal of Brewster High School.
See, the more we do this, the more we start getting used to clapping and everything else going on. So this is a pretty special occasion before we get started, and those that know me really well know that I never wear a tie. But today I'm wearing a tie because this is how special this is to me, and I know it's special for you. So it is a pleasure and honor to welcome you today. When Brewster Central School District found out that we could host a naturalization ceremony, we jumped at the opportunity. The reason is because a lot of us have strong feelings about immigration and citizenship. We understand the importance of immigrants to this country and are proud to be sons, daughters, grandchildren, and spouses of immigrants. You should know that this country was built by immigrants just like you. It was built on the values that you possess. These values have taken you on this journey to citizenship. The values are sacrifice, labor, and inclusion. I say this out of experience because I share these principles with you. So you see, I too am an immigrant, and I too have become a citizen. Probably didn't know that about me. So I thought it was appropriate to actually bring my certificate today that I have received in 2007 to show you guys how proud I am to be a citizen in this country. So, at first glance, when you look at the certificate, it seems like a simple piece of paper, right? But in reality, this is the most powerful piece of paper in the world. That's what it truly is. People just like you have sacrificed a great deal to receive this piece of paper. Simply put, this paper opens doors. So by definition, a door is a passageway from one place to another. Doorways and openings are symbolic structures that have a great significance in our daily lives. It symbolizes moving through difficulties or challenges and entering into new spaces and opportunities. And that's what this is for you, a new opportunity. Doors and opening provide the transition point to change. This is a fitting description to the new opportunities and rights a citizen possesses. The sacrifices you have made to become a citizen of this great nation will provide you with the freedom to express yourself, freedom to worship as you please, right to a prompt, fair trial by jury, right to vote in elections for public officials, right to run for office, and the freedom to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You should be clapping for that right now. The aforementioned rights have been earned, not given. You should be proud of that. You should be proud of the fact that after today, you will have the same rights as the most powerful people in the country, no matter your race, religion, or sex. You should also be proud of the foundation you have set for future generations. This moment and this ceremony is not just about you. It's also about your family moving forward. Your family will forever be a part of the United States of America because of the steps you have taken to achieve today's accomplishment. Thank you and congratulations.
All right, so at this point, we're going to have the Honorable Michael C. Bartolotti, the Putnam County Clerk, to administer the oath. So we're going to ask that all applicants please stand. Good morning, everyone. So before I administer the oath, I'm just going to say a few words. It's going to be tough to follow up that speech, I'm going to be honest with you, but I'll do my best. I want to begin by thanking Amory, Chalmers, and Brewster School District for allowing us the opportunity to have the naturalization ceremony here at Brewster High School. It's a beautiful room, it's a beautiful facility. We're able to have a little more fanfare than we've had in the past with certain rules, so I'm happy that you're able to bring some guests here today and really enjoy, should be a very important day in your life, and it's, I'm very happy to be able to share in that day with each of you. It's a great honor. It's very humbling to be here to administer the oath of allegiance to each of you. It's a huge undertaking that all of you have gone through to bring you to this point here today. I'm very fortunate. I'm a citizen by birth, and I didn't have to go through all of the time and expense and the rigors that each of you went through to make the conscious decision to become U.S. citizens. And I think that's phenomenal. My hat's off to each of you. And I welcome you all as new citizens to the United States of America. And I implore you all to take advantage of all the rights and responsibilities, get involved in your community, register to vote. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Register to vote and vote. Vote your conscience. It's the right thing to do. Get involved in your communities. Get involved in your life around you. The more that you will put into your citizenship, I guarantee you, the more you will get out of it. So with that, I thank you all for this opportunity. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. With that, I will administer the oath of allegiance. So all candidates, you're already standing. So on the rear of the program that we gave you is the oath of allegiance. So you can follow along with me. You all raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abhor all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or of which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, or that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, or that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated. At this point, we're going to ask Mr. Art Hanley, Deputy Director of Putnam County Veteran Affairs, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning. Welcome and congratulations. I was given my citizenship by birth, and it's something I do not take lightly, but I am so proud to stand here, and I want to thank you for giving me the honor of leading you in your first Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America as Americans. So please face the flag of our nation, put your hand over your heart, and repeat along with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, and again, congratulations. Welcome, Americans.
Thank you, Mr. Hanley, for leading us in the pledge, and thank you for your service to our country. At this point, we're going to have the Brewster High School singers sing the Star Spangled Banner. I'm sorry. Don't play singing. Okay. We've accomplished that already. So that leaves it to me. So I'm very privileged and honored to stand before you and participate in this ceremony, especially as a member and representative of the judiciary of Putnam County. This brings me back to when I attended my wife's naturalization ceremony when we were in law school. It took her a while to reach this point, and it was a very important day for her. It was a privilege for me to have been there and experienced that with her, and it's a privilege for me to be here and experience this with you. Again, I was born in the United States as well, so I've had the privilege of being a citizen from birth. And it is a privilege. And I certainly appreciate all the time and effort that you've all taken to reach this point in your lives, and that you have the desire to become U.S. citizens, and now you've accomplished that. And you can move forward being citizens of the United States. Most of us who were born here, if we trace our families back, will realize that at some point in time, our families arrived in the United States from someplace else. My family was from Italy. My grandparents came in the 1930s. My grandfather opened up a shoe repair shop in the city, did what he could to raise his family, was successful in doing so. My father was able to get a job in this city on Wall Street, and then I was able to go to law school. And almost 100 years from when my grandfather came to this country, I now stand before you as a county court judge. So the United States truly is a land of opportunity. Should you choose to, do what you can to succeed and take full advantage of your citizenship, you've taken a very important step, and I'm sure you're all going to do very well in the future with having success with your family and with your various careers and endeavors. So again, it's an absolute honor for me to be here with you today. I congratulate you all. I welcome you all to Putnam County, to the United States. We have a diverse community and we're very proud of that. You know, when my parents were young, my Italian father growing up in the city, he was prohibited from speaking Italian in the home because he had to learn English and you had to become part of the community and you had to know English to succeed, and it was looked down upon if you spoke Italian. That's no longer the case, thankfully. And I also encourage all of you to maintain your culture, maintain your heritage, teach your language to your children. It's important to maintain the diverse community that we have in the United States and in Putnam County. All right. So at this point, I'm going to introduce our keynote speaker today, Melinda Mejorado, Renal Transplant Coordinator, Westchester County Medical Center.
Thank you so much, and I just want to say congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much for allowing me to be here on such a monumentous occasion and share my story with you. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about organ donation, and to tell my story I have to start with a confession. I never thought about organ donation, I never talked about it. It was an odd question at the DMV that back in the day I probably skipped and never even answered if I wanted to be one. I was living my life, I was raising 4 beautiful, healthy children, and in 2006, all of that changed. My 5-year-old son, who was playing soccer and t-ball, started to get a little bit of what we called a Buddha belly. We thought it was cute. He was gaining just a little bit of weight, just in the belly, and then one day, it wasn't so cute anymore. You could feel something swishing around in his stomach, and we knew something was wrong. So we took him to the doctors. The doctor came in, examined him, and said he was going to go get a colleague. Second doctor came in, examined him, and walked out of the room without saying a word. A few minutes later, a third doctor came in, examined him, and before he could leave the room, I said, I need to know what's happening. They said, ma'am, can you please step outside so we can talk to you privately? I think at that point my heart probably stopped. They told me that my son was either in kidney, liver, or heart failure. I needed to take him to the hospital, pack a bag, and be prepared to stay for a while they figured out what was going on. That's where my journey began. It turned out my son's liver was failing. Over the next few years, the hospital became a second home. We were there sometimes months at a time, and in 2009, his heart stopped beating. Mine definitely stopped beating as well. They were able to resuscitate him, but he was on machines. He was on machines to help him breathe, to pump his blood. And after a few weeks, they told us we should probably think about turning them off. I couldn't do it. I begged for a few more days. And God answered my prayers, and a few days later, my son started to wake up. But they told us he would not survive if he didn't get a transplant. I immediately learned about living donation. I wanted to donate my own liver. I think at that point, any parent would probably do anything to save their child's life. But that wasn't an option for my son. He needed an entire liver. So our lives depended on someone else making a decision when one of their family members passed. It took about a year, and again, our prayers were answered. There was a family, and I will always speak their names. The parents' names were Julie and Kevin, and their son's name was Gavin. Gavin was 6 years old, the age my son was when he got sick. And he was an otherwise healthy little boy who suddenly got an infection and passed away. And in that moment of darkness, his parents made a life-giving choice to donate his organs, and he saved my son's life. My son was born May 26, 2000, but he was given a second chance at life April 10th, 2011. My son is now 22 years old, graduated from college, and working down in Manhattan. I will never have enough words to thank this family for giving the gift of life, and now it is my mission to help other people in the same situation. Their gift inspired me to go back to school, become a nurse, and I now work in organ donation. I help patients get ready to get listed. I help coordinate the surgeries, and I also work with people who want to be living donors and donate a kidney or a portion of their liver. I talk about organ donation any opportunity I get, so thank you for allowing me to talk about it here today with you. And the reason I do that is this. New York State has one of the lowest rates of organ donors, and back in the day, I was one that just skipped over the question. I have lobbied in Albany with many others to make it a stop question and have that question almost everywhere you go. So I hope that when you're faced with the question, will you be an organ donor? You talk about it. You let your family know what your thoughts are. You're not afraid of it. And you say yes. If I can inspire just one more person to say yes and give the gift of life, you have no idea the number of lives you change and inspire. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story with you. And congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much, Melinda. All right, so at this point, we'll now have rendition of God Bless America, sung by Ariana Arocho, Brewster High School student.
God bless America, lands that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home.